What is up, guys? We are back, and I am joined, as you can see, by Mr. Paddy Murphy, Mr. Chris Stonadge, to pick the bones out of Liverpool's 2-1 victory away to Southampton, Martin Atkinson, VAR FC. And immediately, I want to get your take, Paddy, on the fact that we got the results. First and foremost, we got the win. Mightn't have been the prettiest, but we did it.
All that mattered tonight was 3 points. I couldn't care how. I didn't care what. The goal difference was irrelevant coming in this game. That we knew that. So thankfully, it was. All that mattered was the 3 points. We got the 3 points. I am ecstatic, and theoretically, Liverpool Football Club are 2 wins away from football immortality and the quadruple. With a little favour from a former friend, or a current friend as well, but you know what I mean. But yeah, listen, that's all that mattered was the 3 points. It wasn't vintage, but the boys got the job done. And yeah.
I think Paddy said it right there, Chris. It was just about getting the win today and making sure it went to the final day of the season and then seeing what the football gods had in store for us.
Yeah, being honest, I didn't really care about the result tonight. I don't know whether that sounds bitchy. I don't know whether it sounds pathetic, but I've still got the mindset that Manchester City will absolutely batter Aston Villa on the final day. But the fact that the boys still show the professionalism is magnificent, really, especially with the team that was put out. It could have been forgiven that they weren't at the races, but they managed to get the result over the line. It's a magnificent result. It really is. It shows the mentality of the entire squad, because seriously, like they could have gone out there and just not cared, because I didn't care. I'm not being funny. I really didn't care about this game, but these boys went out there and they got the job done, and we're still in the title race going into the final day.
We are still in a title race, Paddy, and the way people are reacting when the team news broke in some of the chat and stuff, you'd swear that Klopp was putting out the under-15s there to play Southampton tonight. He did what he had to do, which is rotate heavily.
Listen, yeah, he had to. He had to rest. We had to. It was just enforced, and we're lucky that our second side basically can go out there and get the job done. We could still play a pretty strong backline, and listen, it was the fact that we've gone behind, and still fought back with that team. It's commendable, but we have a Champions League final coming up. It's not even just that; it's the fact that we just played 120 minutes only the other day. You would have been risking genuine injuries and serious injuries. So it was enforced. It had to be done. I don't share Chris's sentiment of not caring about the result. I do still share the sentiment that I do feel like the miracle from Villa is going to be very tough to attain. But bringing it to the final day was all that mattered. And obviously the win was of paramount importance. But job done, and I'm buzzing.
Yeah, I do get where Chris is coming from, but I'm certainly on the side of I'd at least like it to have gone to the last day and see what happens. Surely we get the rub of the green at some point in the future, or eventually on one of these last day deciders. But look, I agree. For City to drop points at home on the last day, it's a big ask. But you never know, folks. You never know what football has in store. And those boys went out there today, Chris, and I thought did themselves proud. I thought we bossed the game completely, if I'm honest with you, mate, from almost start to finish. There was a 10-minute period in the second half. I thought Southampton had a bit of a goal, but other than that, we conceded early, and I want to talk through that goal, if I can, with you from a point of view of how much of a twat is Martin Atkinson, and why is VAR even there? Because apparently Connor sent me something that came from a very respected journalist, Chris Williams, who spoke about the Premier League Match Centre, said the criteria was not met for a clear and obvious review, although it looks to be a foul. Chris, I ask you, sir, what is the point of VAR being there and look, the referee can miss a foul. I get it, happens. But that's why VAR is there, to tell the referee that you might want to go and have a look at this, mate. You never got near the ball. And this, I feel hard done by here, Chris, because it's happened twice in very recent history, where I feel like we're on the very edge of VAR's use and not use, and when it comes into play and when it isn't. And today, mate, if it really bugged me. It really bugged me because that was a foul.
I'll always launch to the defense of referees. Always. But this time I have no defense. There is no defense to this. There is no defense to this. Diogo Jota is clearly fouled in this situation. I looked around. I didn't have commentary on the thing that I was watching. I looked around the people I was with, and there was no debate. It was a foul. I genuinely don't understand it. But the fact that the boys came back from that, this is true mentality monsters things. Like even when potentially the league is done, even when we're 1-0 down in this situation in a game that potentially might be meaningless, we still managed to come back and win 2-1. It's absolutely unbelievable. Honestly, I couldn't get myself up for this game. Genuinely, I couldn't. And these boys still managed to do it. It's unbelievable. Honestly, this is the best squad we've had ever. Honestly, in terms of mentality, in terms of ability, in terms of everything, and that this game just proves it. It's not just the finals. It's not just the big games. It's these games where even potentially we could have been switched off, but we weren't. Seriously, these boys are incredible. Honestly.
Right. So to get back to the referee in shambles. Then you're on time.
What? I said like that it was terrible. It was. There's no defense. There is no defense.
But
like,
again, I don't mean this to sound like we're having a pop at you. You're the only one of us here that has some refereeing experience. So they say
I have no defense.
The threshold hasn't been met. What is the threshold? If that's not a clear and obvious error, I don't know what is.
Mate, and that's the problem with VAR is that there is no clear and there is no actual line. And I understand that with football, there is a lot of subjective decisions, but I don't understand how you can't see that as a foul. Personally, I would defend referees to the end of time, but this is a mistake, a genuine mistake. Like, how can no one see that as a foul? And people can't see that as a. People have been saying it's the wrong phase. It's literally there's two phases of play there. So I just don't understand it personally.
For me, Paddy, look, we've managed to overcome a few of these iffy calls lately, and people, love to call us Liverpool and stuff, but it just becomes infuriating, mate, when it's blatantly obvious that it was a foul. And yeah, we can talk about how we should have defended it better, and absolutely, there's a conversation to be had there, but I will always forgive a referee for missing something because it happens in an instant. But that's surely what the fourth officials sitting in Stockley Park for, is to say, Martin, you might want to take a look at that, mate. I feel like in the build-up of play there may have been a foul.
I'm flabbergasted it wasn't given as a foul. I can understand in the moment if it's not given, maybe they thought something, but I don't know how that's not sent up to VAR to check, because I think anything after a goal should be warranted in a review. That's a clear foul, clear as day foul. Now, thankfully, we overcome that deficit and we won the game anyway. But again, that could have been a goal that, well, we could have lost the league tonight. It could have been completely over. So it's just bewildering that we didn't get that decision. People say we get a lot of decisions, but I actually don't think we do. I think we actually get done by VAR more than we get, as in we get luck from VAR, in my opinion. And it's just bizarre that it wasn't given. But as I said, thankfully the job was done.
I had everything, didn't it, Chris, from the frustration side. I had obviously the foul. It had the fact we didn't defend it well. And then, of course, it took a big wicked deflection as well from Redmond, which didn't give Allison any chance. But I want to bring you, Chris, to Taki, because he just has a knack. He has a Divock Origi-esque knack, dare I say it, of scoring goals. And yet again today, starts have been few and far between, but he got himself a goal today and a good finish as well.
I don't want to use Paddy's terminology of goal-scoring merchant. However, I'm not sure Takumi Minamino did much else today, to be honest. It was a great finish. Honestly, great finish.
I thought he was good.
I thought when he, in the second half in particular, down that right side, he had some very neat play, link-up play.
I thought he was okay.
That finish as well.
Like, fantastic finish and everything, but he's not up to standard. Like, overall, like, and I don't want to be harsh, because I think he's been a really key figure overall as a squad player. But I think tonight proves that there's, if there was any doubt that he was near a first team place. Like it's confirmed that he's not. Like genuinely, I even though he scored, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't at all. I don't know what people see, to be honest, in terms of overall play.
I think we have to be understanding of the fact, and I'm going to move on to Elliot in similar situation. They haven't got much rhythm. They haven't played much.
Yeah.
And ultimately they were put into, I think actually, maybe if I'm being really blunt about this, Paddy, I think how well versed the lads are in our system was probably our savior today. That, the system is key, and the players, there's different levels of players, obviously, but they all know Klopp's system so well that I think that helped us with the transition from 9 changes, I think it was.
Yeah, listen, after that game, the last thing I want to do is critique performances, really, because I don't think it's given the circumstance, it's irrelevant. I think this performance is you get a pass because it's wholesale changes. It's very hard to come in and be as fluid as you expect, but it's commendable how fluid some of the players were, given that they don't play. And I think Taki's one of them. I think that chance is exquisite. I think Jota looked as good tonight as he has done in the last couple of months. I thought Jota was great tonight. He obviously had a great assist for the goal. He looked sharp enough with his touch. His finishing still didn't quite come off, but I thought Jota looked as good tonight as he has in months. So yeah, and as you said, the system is so good at the club, and they're also trained in the system that I think it's kind of interchangeable at times. And yeah, thankfully the job was done.
Have we had any update on Joe Gomez's situation, lads? Because I feared from when I seen him look like he hyperextended his left leg and somewhat, and you feared from there because he's been very unlucky, Joe, with injuries. And on that, while we're on Joe, Chris, I thought he stunk up the place in that 45 minutes, mate. I thought he was god awful on that right hand side, and I haven't said that about him much because usually when he's filled in for Trent, I've been quite complimentary, but he just looked half a yard off the pace today.
Yeah, it was his worst performance of the season, if I'm being honest. I don't think he was at it, but on the whole, as the season goes, I would absolutely be devastated if he was injured again. Like on a human level, on a football level as well. He's just been through so much, and I just really hope he's not badly injured again. Genuinely, it would be absolutely gutting if he was, because he's had 3 major injuries already. I don't think he needs another one, and it's so sad, man. Honestly, I'm just upset about it.
Yeah, I'm worried for him. I really am. I hope it's nothing too serious because he deserves a bit of a rub of the green. Paddy, we speak about our big Brazilian Adonis in goal a lot, and we always say one of the signs of a great keeper is you might have nothing to do, but he had one occasion with Broha in that first half where again he comes out and smothers the ball well. And I will go as far as to say as well, we were under pressure at the end and Southampton were pressing. His calmness in possession really helped us play around that press towards the end as well.
Yeah, you took the word out of my mouth. The calmness that he showed in those pressure points. He's just a Rolls Royce of a goalkeeper. He's just so good. We're blessed to have him. Admittedly, last year he had a couple of sticky moments, but there was a lot going on in his personal life, and he still, clutched up at the end to get that goal. He's a goal and 2 assists in his career for us. He's just a joy to watch. His one-on-one saving, that woman in particular against Broha, was massive, and it keeps us in the game. And he's done that countless times this year. Countless times, and we are lucky to have him, and that's our number 1 spot boxed off for years. And for anyone wondering, there's 6 minutes to go in extra time here at the City Ground in the Championship playoffs semi-final.
Yeah, 3-3 on aggregate as it stands. Look like
Madness.
they're oh no, goal.
Goal.
Oh, sorry, no.
Oh, what a save!
How was that not a goal? How was that not a goal?
Bryce Samba with a big save. That is an unbelievable save. I do not know how Sheffield United didn't score.
I really hope Forest win, man.
Impromptu watch along, Craig.
It's on here in the background. Yeah, I was sure. That's why I said goal. I was sure he was just about to knock that into the goal, but it was somehow blocked. And now Forest have a shot wide. Wow. Sorry, we'll get back to us. Chris, I want to get your take on the 2 youngsters that got an opportunity today again with Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. Elliott's minutes have been obviously severely limited in recent months. How did you find them today?
I hate people who compare them because they're so different. But I thought Elliott was the better of the 2 today overall. I thought he linked play well. He looked overall more bright than Jones. I don't think Curtis had his best game, if I'm being honest. And I don't think it was his sort of game. I think off the ball, Curtis Jones has a lot of work to do. On the ball, I think he's fantastic, but I think he just needs to work on his pressing style, because I just don't think he's got it, to be honest. I don't think he's quite understood how to press in a Klopp system yet, and it does take a long time. But I don't know. I thought Elliot was
probably had
better.
long enough that he should be up to speed with it. To be fair,
I thought Elliot was better, and I thought Jones was poor in that pressing system. Like as you said, it should be natural to him now, and it isn't yet. That's the only worrying thing.
That and the ridiculous amount of shots from distance that he takes without working the keeper, that does my head in. I don't mind a lad shooting from distance once or twice, but at least work the keeper. Especially a keeper who Alex McCarthy, who wasn't, I think that might be his first game of the season.
Yeah, I want to be consistent. I said I don't really want to critique players, but I mean, if we have to give our opinion, Jones didn't impress me much. It's a lot of nearlies with Jones, like nearly unreal, nearly good. He's still just that little bit below the quality needed, I believe. That's my honest opinion. And I've said a controversial opinion before that I think if Jones wasn't a Scouser, he'd already be moved on or loaned out. I think it's good to have Scousers in the team because it's a Scouts club. It's great to have Scousers, the more the merrier, but I genuinely believe he's carried by his Scousness. Genuinely. The long shots, we'll see. The long shots, I agree, Craig. It gets a bit frustrating with the long shots. I think he must just scream Gerrard in his head every time when he gets the ball in a certain distance and hope for the best. But
I'm going to be just thinking that now every time he takes it, like Gerrard. We've all done that on the grass when we're playing as kids and all, like Gerrard. Yeah, I say kids, I'm fucking older than Gerrard, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he was decent, but he wasn't good enough.
Lads, I want to just take a second to speak about quite how far our squad has come as a whole. Because no Verge, no Trent, no Robbo, no Sadio, no Mo, and still able to go away from home and pick up a Premier League win again, Chris. I mean, they deserve immense credit, the group as a whole.
Yeah. As I said earlier, like this squad is the best we've had. It genuinely, you can put anyone in. I as I said, I was not confident for the game. And to be honest, and that drove to sort of a lack of care for it. And when looking at that team, I was like, yeah, look, it's fine. We'll just go there and see what happens. And yeah, these boys just turned up. I mean, Taki Minamino got a goal. He hasn't been playing for ages. I thought Joel Matip was unbelievable overall. Even with his goal, forget his goal. Overall, he was fantastic. Kanate as well. James Milner. James Milner was absolutely exemplary today in everything that he did. For all of his colleagues, that is how to play a game of football. Every bit of effort, every bit of quality that he put in was something to follow. And yeah, I'm just this whole squad is inspirational for all players in the future.
Paddy, I had somebody make a good comment to me in the chat about Costas and said that he's basically our left-sided Trent because of his delivery, which is a fair shout because he has a wonderful left foot.
Do you know what? Like I made a comment on my own watch along, and I was like, Andy Robertson has his work cut out for him in the new season. I promise you. I think he starts in Paris regardless, but Costas has been phenomenal, and he was phenomenal tonight. I just think he's technically a better footballer. He's a better footballer. If you're picking one, I'm not just saying he's better overall. As a footballer, his technical ability, his skill set is better than Robertson. And I think it's a very useful asset to have from the left. Now, I love Robertson. He's still an absolute world-class left back. And, I'm just saying it's great to have the choice. But Costas is doing all he can to make Klopp have a hard decision. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, look, if nothing else, Chris, it gives us two very, very good left backs with slight differences of how they go about the game. So if we're away from home in Europe, you're probably going to go for an Andy Robertson there. If you're chasing a game, perhaps, or you want to go out there to try and get on the front foot, then maybe you have a shout for Costas. But either way, what a group of left backs we have, man. It's a long way from worrying about who comes in to fill from Robbo anyway, or to fill in for Robbo.
Well, it used to be Alberto Moreno and James Milner. So, I mean, anything can upgrade on those two at that point. I love Kostas Tsimikas. I think he's been amazing for us this season. I still think Andy Robertson is streets ahead. I don't know whether that's a biased
I did
opinion.
a poll. I did a poll in our chat, and I think probably about 70% went Robbo, 30% thinking Costas is putting pressure on him.
I think Kostas is putting pressure on him.
Penalty
Penalty to...
Is he giving it or is he not
No,
giving it?
they're looking for it.
Penalty to who?
Giving a free out.
Possible for Sheffield, but a free out apparently.
Is there a VAR on this?
What is
No,
going
there
on
couldn't be,
here?
surely.
I think so.
Yeah,
No, there's no VAR.
Michael Oliver's not giving it. He's pointed for a free out. Let's have a look at this anyway.
Oh, hello, happy days.
That's not a great angle. Can we see that from behind?
Terrible angle.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? You couldn't really.
What the fuck? I don't think so.
Happy days. Hello and welcome to the Championship Playoff Semi-Final watch along today.
Thank you, Reese. Thank you, man. We hope we win the league ahead of City as well.
Yeah, I agree. 30 seconds from penalties here, by the way.
Yeah, it's your heart would have been in your mouth there as a Forest fan though in that incident. Woo. Last day of the season, lads. How strong do we go? That's a genuine question I want to ask, because if there's any doubt around anyone, I don't want them on the pitch. I don't want them playing. I want them rested. Because I believe we win at home to Wolves. We're on penalties here now, by the way. It's gone to penalties. I believe we win at home to Wolves no matter what we do. I think the crowd carry us. We get over the line.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Paddy. Go on.
Fitness providing full strength. Absolutely full strength. Listen, no matter what people think of the chances Villa have, the Premier League title race is going down to the final day. And to say stranger things have happened is an understatement. Like, Man City themselves have been involved in one of the most clutch comebacks in the history of the league. The most, probably. It's possible. Who knows? All Villa need to do is get a bloody draw. They gave us a tough game. They gave City a tough game earlier on in the season, only lost by a goal. So I think you take no prisoners and you go full strength, fitness providing. I think you're looking at an Alisson, Trent. I'd rest Van Dijk, if in all honesty. I think we can cope with Matip and Konate. I'd go Kostas again. But the midfield is where we have the real... Because there's a bit of a drop-off in our midfield from the first three to the second three. The back four and the front three are kind of somewhat interchangeable, but the midfield three is the decisions you have to make. I'd rest Thiago. That's one player I want to see wrapped up in cotton wool for sure, because we need him for Paris.
There's 6 days between the Wolves game and the Champions League final. That is more than enough time to rest. I think there was 120 minutes of football on Sunday, and it was only 2 days until this game. So there's a complete difference in it. I think we will go as strong as we can. Hopefully, Salah, Thiago, Van Dijk, Fabinho are as fit as they can be. I don't want them to start, but I hope that they are in the squad in order to maintain momentum.
I think we see 60 minutes for Salah and Mane. I think they get 60, 70 minutes max.
Do we know anything about the fitness though? Because Salah went off injured. Is he fit?
Apparently, the club are very confident.
I wouldn't risk him at all.
Very confident, certainly for the Champions League final. But I'd say yes, they're going to be fit. I don't know about Fabinho for next weekend, but I'd say yes to the other two.
I think it'd be ridiculous not to give him any minutes if he was fit for Sunday. If I'm being honest, I think you just have to give him some football. Like, even if we are or we're not going to win the football, we're going to win the league. Like, just make sure Mo Salah is fit for that final. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, but you also want them to be in rhythm as well. So it's just
exactly.
Such a difficult decision, isn't it? I agree that Van Dijk, yes, we could absolutely have Van Dijk on the bench or not have him involved whatsoever. I think we're strong enough at centre back, and the lad showed tonight that they'll be able to deal with it. And look, if Raul Jimenez wants a bit of a battle in the air, Matip and Canada would absolutely be able to give it to him as well. So from that perspective, yeah, I understand it. But the Mane Mo situation, I feel like Mo's going to obviously, Paddy, have an eye on that golden boot and going to be pushing the manager's mind that he wants to start. And maybe he wants to get himself a bit of confidence as well, perhaps going into the Champions League final.
Yeah, listen. With all due respect, Salah's golden. Yeah, from his point of view, yeah, it'd be great. But I don't think Liverpool fans really care if he wins it or not. All we care about is if we win the league or not. That's the main worry. If he's fit, give him a go. If he's not 100%, I don't think he's worth the risk. Paris and against Madrid is his redemption, the Real redemption. That's what we'll call it. But we mustn't overlook Wolves. They're not a gimme by any stretch. They're a tricky side and they defend well. We should beat them, but I don't think it's a gimme. And I think we go as strong as we possibly can, fitness based.
Yeah, bangs of a 2-0 for me the last day of the season. a bit of a headache up until about 60, and then 2 goals breaking through. We're just about to have the first penalty here in the playoffs.
What's your prediction? I'm going Sheffield United because of the experience.
Well, yeah, I Forest usually bottle it, and I'm sure Sabrina's expecting nothing but Forest.
I really hope Sheffield United lose, man. I
want Forest to
Johnny,
go through.
Their captain follows me, so I have to stay loyal to Big Egan. Go on, Sheffield. Sorry, Nottingham Forest.
I'd love to see Forest get back up into the Premier League. I mean, of these 3 teams, Huddersfield, Forest, Sheffield United, I'd rather Forest go up, just because it's been too long.
Yeah. Out of the 3 of them, Huddersfield the least.
Great to see 3 northern teams in it, though. Love it.
I'm going to ask you guys.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're looking at there, Paddy. Yes. I mean, I'm not a blonde person, but I can make an exception occasionally.
She got to be a wag. She's got to be a wag.
Right, I'm going to put you guys on the spot, and I want the chat to play along a little bit as well. Give me some predictions for the last day of the season for the City game and our game, Chris. What way are they both going to work out?
I think we'll win 2-0, exactly as you said, but I think City will win 4-0. I've honestly got absolutely no hope.
There's no way they keep a clean sheet. I'm going to put that out there. Not with that makeshift defence. There's no way.
Are Villa going to attack? Genuinely?
First penalty missed.
For
Sheffield United.
Get in.
Missed.
I'm not
watching it.
I'm not watching it, so
no
I'm
one
on
misses.
But yeah, no way. I don't think there's any way that City mess up. That's why I'm not bothered about tonight, and that's why I'm not really bothered about Sunday, even though I'm going. I just think there's no way.
You gotta believe, man, if you're going to the game as well.
No. I will support the team, but that doesn't mean I believe we'll win the league.
You gotta hope.
I'll just wait for this penalty to be taken before I come with the next one.
Absolutely, I hope, but I don't believe.
Goal 1-0 Forest so far.
Come on, Forest.
I'm going to go us to win 2-0 and City to win 3-2. I do think Villa will get at them, and I think Villa will score.
My heart's broken.
I don't want to build myself up to bring myself down, though. You know what I mean?
Hold on, boys.
I was getting serious. The hat's going on.
Liverpool 3-0 against Wolves. Aston Villa City 2-2. Liverpool win the league.
Another penalty miss.
This
is one of the weirdest penalties you'll ever see. What a reaction. What a strong right arm. It hits the Forest keeper's right arm, rebounds off the bar and comes back into play. What a save. Watch this.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I know this is a bit of a strange match reaction, by the way, but, you know, we got to keep you guys informed about what's going on in the championship.
Mate, you're getting me involved. Honestly, I'm not watching it, so...
It's 2 misses from 2 for Sheffield United. Did you see that save, Paddy? It was a very odd one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very good save. I mean, barring absolute disaster, Forest. But yeah, no, I just listen. There's been too many twists in the tail this year for Liverpool not to get their day in the sun.
I'm not doubting Liverpool, by the way. People are saying I'm doubting Liverpool. I'm not doubting Liverpool. I I think we'll win the game at the end of the day. But I just think Manchester City are too good, and they will beat Aston Villa. That's it. Like, I'm not doubting Liverpool's ability. I'm just saying that Manchester City's ability is that's how it is.
2-0 penalty should have been saved. Went off the keeper and in, but Forest have got a 2-0 lead. So yeah,
Hello.
Forest closing in.
I love
must be
Forest.
grim. Like-
Keeper got a left hand to, but couldn't keep it out.
Yeah.
Paddy, did you give us the prediction? I know you said 3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
What was the
3-0 Liverpool, Villa City, 2-2. Liverpool win the league for the 20th time.
Oh, lads. Oh, I'd cry. I don't want to even think about the stress that our bodies will go under if there was a draw at any point of that City game. Like if there's if the 2-2 or something like that. Can you imagine what the last 5 minutes would look like as Villa defend deeper? Oh God, lads, I'm already getting stressed. I'm already having
listen. If we don't win the league on the final day, like I made my peace with that. You know, it would be the best day of my life if and of all of our lives, I would imagine, bar births and weddings and all that. If we somehow won it on the final day, can you imagine the scenes? It would just be the perfect kind of fairy tale.
I don't know. I think I'd put a quadruple ahead of the wedding. I won't lie to you, mate. A quadruple. Oof.
Mate.
So I mean, I might have a second wife at some point in the future, but I don't know about another quadruple.
True.
I'm not watching.
Forest score again, 3-1 now to Forest. One more penalty scored for them, and they are in the final
against Huddersfield, which I would have backed them to win. But yeah, no, listen, it is what it is. If we don't win it, we don't win. I think we've all kind of we're not expecting it. It would be a bonus, but it's just too perfect. Gerrard, Coutinho, Ings, I don't know. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of things to suggest they won't, but City are having a makeshift defense right now. Diaz is out, isn't he? Laporte's out. They're stuck with Fernandinho in the back line. Anything is possible. They have a few tricky forwards. Danny Ings worked us.
Ollie Watkins works hard as well.
I love Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Watkins
love Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, we have to believe, and I will believe. And you know what? The fact that it's gone into the final day is enough for me.
Yeah, this is all we could have hoped for, is that we took it to the final day. And the football gods might have nothing in store for us, but they might just have an amazing night. Here's one for you, Chris. Would you take a league title now if we missed the Champions League because of the situation? If I said to you, I guarantee you we'll take the league title, but we're losing to Real Madrid.
Yes, I would.
Yes.
100%.
I think we're probably all thinking for the same reason as well. Just because of the way the season's gone and the chase down.
Imagine
the reason for me is
trophyless. Man City going trophyless, mate.
I couldn't give a fuck about that. Fuck Man City, but it's more the fact that I've said, because the last Premier League we won was not in front of fans, and it felt a bit hollow. It was great, but it felt a bit hollow. So I prioritized the Prem.
Realistically, we were going to win it anyway. It wasn't the fact that we were.
But we still didn't get that moment with the fan. We didn't get the true moment, so we're owed it.
Here we go.
Forest to go to Wembley.
Blair's all over the bar.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Still in there, still advantage Forest. They still score.
Come on.
Either Sheffield United miss or they score, they're through. Before we finish up, by the way, I'm going to be asking you guys to give me a prediction for tomorrow night for the Europa League final. I'm going to watch along of that over on Twitch if anybody wants to come and join me. But we need to stay with this penalty shootout here because it's getting tasty. That was an awful penalty, by the way. Awful.
Eintracht Frankfurt are going to win the cup. 3-1 on the night to make the Rangers cry. Hopefully.
I genuinely think Rangers win,
No. Please no.
Let's wait and see what happens here. Sheffield United have to score this one, by the way. Or they're out.
Gibbs White scores. He scores every day of the week, doesn't he, Craig? I've never been more confident in my life.
Yeah, we were wrong, Paddy. He's missed it, and Forest are there. That's 3 saves from the keeper. That's a great penalty shootout from the Forest keeper.
Why has he stuttered why did he stutter like that? What the fuck is he thinking?
And it's going off already.
Whoa! Oh my god.
Boom.
Nottingham
Great save.
Forest.
Well done to the keeper. Keepers won that penalty shootout. Well done.
That must be scary, man. The
Steve
fans invading the
Cooper,
pitch.
what a coach. What a coach.
Absolutely brilliant coach, by the way. How he managed what he did with Swansea, I don't know. They did not have the squad for it.
I don't like when the fans come on the pitch
he
like
wanted
that.
to just kiss his hand to say thank you. I like that.
I don't like when the fans come on because it ruins the moment for the players because they have to go inside for their own safety. Did you get me? That freaked me out, man. You never know what weird little fucker could come on there with a knife or something. It freaks me out.
I hate pitch invasions, man. I think
it's scary, man. It's scary.
I don't know if that's like am I being plastic for that? Like, I just don't like it. I hate it when...
Yeah, true. I know, I agree. It's health and safety. By the way, I've jinxed Gibbs White and Mane now, so I'm never saying I'm coming for a penalty ever again.
I backed you up on this one, though, to be fair. I mean, yeah, I get where you're on about, but the scenes do look deadly. I won't, like, once the players are safe and all that, I get you. I do feel like there should be an area, a cordon of maybe stewards for the players to just be around the centre circle or something, and then everybody else on the pitch, whatever. But it looks deadly right there now. This is what it means to Nottingham Forest fans to be back within 90 minutes of the Premier League, which is an amazing, amazing job done by Cooper. Right, gents, really quickly. So Paddy thinks it's going to be 3-1 to Frankfurt. Chris, what are you saying for tomorrow night?
I'm going to say 1-0 Rangers. I think Tavernier is going to score.
I have a feeling Rangers will do it as well, you know. I do. I think it's going to be a great final. I think we're going to see two teams who are going to have a go. And I think Ryan Kent's going to light up the final.
Do you see?
Can I be honest?
100,000 Rangers fans are going over there. It's madness.
I'll be honest.
100,000.
As a functioning human, I want Rangers to lose anyway.
Absolutely.
But,
I want them to lose.
As a FIFA player, I've just done the Costa showdown card on FIFA, and he gets an upgrade if Frankfurt wins. So, Forza Frankfurt.
There we go. I will be here for the watch, or I will be on Twitch for the watch along tomorrow. But look, we're going to call it a day. We've brought it down to the last day of the season. That's all we could have done tonight. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Paddy. Thank you to Adam for that. You'll never walk alone. Super chat right at the end. Let me just bring that up just to say thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Do drop a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button. I don't know, Paddy, you going back on the FIFA grind?
No, I don't. I've done 6 hours today, so I'm gonna chill out now.
Well, we will catch up with you really soon. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.